You crazy mother.
Not sure where the sound went, guys. Wasn't having any issues earlier with it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the preseason race of the 2017 ECR Pit Stop Series Truck Season. Sorry for the delays and stuff. I'm not sure what's happening tonight. I do believe it's just being Monday night, being typical. When I did my test earlier, as you guys saw, there was absolutely no issues. Not sure why the audio cut out, but we will be fixing that tonight. This is the preseason. This is 1 week left before we actually go live to the 2017 Pit Stop Design Truck Series. So, 23 races this year. Again, same as it was last year. We are keeping the chase. However, we have changed quite a few things in the rule book, and we have actually managed to set a number of laps for each a type of race, like if it's a quarter mile, or not a quarter mile, but a half mile, a mile and a half. Each series has distinct number of tracks. It's no longer a percentage like it was last year. A few other things. We just got new broadcasters. We've got new admins. We've got a lot of new people this year. So we're looking actually to make this a really great season. Not that the 2016 season wasn't great, but more new people, get to see how they run. And just another key note that Ronnie Norman, last year's winner, will not be competing in the Truck Series this year. So someone new is up for grabs to actually win that championship. And I will have Anthony Thitchner in here with Booth tonight. I do believe he was also doing RC for this Truck Series. This is a hosted session right now, so not all the names are correct. And when you guys view next week, you'll actually get to see the R beside the name to show that they are a rookie. And we have a lot. A lot of people that came in new this year have over 2,000, 3,000 iRating, and they decided to run in truck. We have a lot. We have, I do believe, like 32 signed for truck. We are going to have 40 B-line cars, which is the B car, and we're going to have at least 25 to 30 Cup cars. So, going to be a good season this year. Hopefully everybody sticks around. And Blake Freeman's going out for a qualifying lap right now. And it looks like we have 34 people in the room. Not sure if they will all stay or if they just came in and decided to do a couple laps and leave. This is a preseason race, just to test out everything, test out IRTVO. As you guys see, the overlay is a little different than what it used to be. It's more stretched out, and I want to thank George Price for that. He's the guy that knows what to do on IRTVO. I tell you what, he's helped me out. He's helped Christian Snyder out, who is our Beeline Sim broadcaster, and he's actually broadcasting directly from the Elite Championship Racing YouTube page. I do not have a link in here this week, but if anyone would like to post the link, anyone from the league that is watching that knows the link, go ahead and do so. More than happy to share that. We are still in the process of trying to find a Cup broadcaster, so if anybody out there is watching and would like to broadcast the Cup Series for the ECR, please let Anthony Thitchner know on Facebook, and he'll definitely hook you up. As I said, we're still trying to find one. We've had a few people, a few hit and misses. But even if we don't get it broadcasted, we're still running regardless. We were just glad to have it broadcasted. Tell you what, I'm very excited for the season to be underway, starting next week. Been a long off season, about 3 months. And in those 3 months, we've done a lot of work between the admins and the actual league itself, trying to figure out what worked and what didn't work for the 2016 series. And hopefully the 2017 series will be much better. I mean, not that they were bad in the first place, but, these guys are actually just looking to, give it their all. We've got a lot of new people, still a lot of veterans out there coming back for this new season, and, looking to make ECR great again. And we got Cornerstone Broadcasting says, "Come on, Scotty." Josh Conover says, "Woo!" And whoop whoop from also Josh Sheets. And good luck from Jim Patterson. He's actually one of the new guys here tonight. And I'm not sure, I can't remember what series he's actually going for. But whatever it is, he's definitely a new driver. Not new to the sim racing at all. He's been racing sim racing for several years. And we'll hope to see him out there in all 3 series. And Jim says he will give 1 million in ECR funds to the winner and 2 million if it stays green. So we actually have fantasy funds here in ECR, and you can earn them by donating money, winning races, not winning, but just finishing races, and overall, just competing in the league. It's a good start. You can donate money if you'd like, or you can run with a team, earn your keep, and then come the next season be able to start a team, be able to have your own car, anything like that.
Scotty Brown, how you doing, bud?
Mr. Anthony Thitchner, pretty good, and excited to do this pre-race. I'm not sure what's happening with not IRTV, but OBS. Had a few issues with 2 of the intros. I'm not positive they worked earlier in my test, so excited to start the season underway. Definitely going to be a good season for these guys. How do you feel about this upcoming season for ECR?
Man, I'll tell you what. We don't have a broadcast for Cup Series yet, but I will say that I think we put a lot of work into this. I think we have a great class. We definitely put a lot of practice in for this season, and I think that we're going to have some great racing. Under the rules that we have now, we are going to have some of the best racing ever. With the rules in place, it just makes it to where it's a lot of strategy involved. So
Now, we did change quite a few rules this year. I was just mentioning that earlier, but we're just looking to make ECR great again and put on a good show for everyone out there. Now, we had someone else in the broadcast booth. Was that Earl James?
moving a couple people in Discord who want to be moved to some channels real quick.
Oh, okay.
There you go. All right. I'm back. We're taking off out of the pits here. We are rolling out.
Yes, we are. And Terry Griffey got the pole.
That guy, he's one of the guys in this league who I don't think it's possible to race dirty. I mean, he has the Tide sponsor, so he's always clean in my mind.
Now, I've never had any problems with Terry Griffey on the track running in any series, and he always seems to hold a pretty good finish overall, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of good guys up front, man. I see Rob Haynes starting on that outside. He's definitely a favorite here tonight. Newcomer Jamar Dumas, number 27. He's going to be starting third. Josh Conover in the Haters Make Us Famous truck starting fourth. George Munger in fifth. We got Chris Schneider in sixth with Josh Mayu in seventh. Scott Hunzinger, one of the admins in the league there, starting eighth. And Jerome Gustin in the 43 STP truck starting ninth. Blake Freeman finishing out your top 10 there.
Man, that's the only thing I wish they would fix in IRTVO, that you could actually see that. It doesn't do it in order, it doesn't pick it up.
Well, we'll do the best we can to make sure we straighten that out. We're about to go green here, Scotty.
Man, oh man, oh man. Green flag is flying, and we are on our way to have a very good race out here tonight. Only 50 laps here tonight in this off-season race. How many laps are going to be in the actual race?
Man, you got me there. I'm running Cup Series, so I know for a fact that it's 80 laps in the Cup Series. I'm going to say it's 75 or 70 in the B cars and 70 to 65 in the trucks.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We were keeping the 10 lap intervals and 10 to 20 lap intervals depending on what it was.
Biggest thing is we didn't want guys to be out here for 3 hours, that's for sure. We used to be like that, and there was a lot of, we don't have a full field, it's not the same, so we shortened the fuel And got a few guys in the wall here. They're going to have a hard time here, guys. We don't have quick repairs, so guys are going to have some big issues here tonight with 50 laps to go, and guys are already getting into the wall.
And that's why we have all the practices that we do. We've actually been practicing for the last month and a half now, at least, with bringing in all the new guys that we have. And we've got at least, what, 30 new people, if not 35?
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, I mean, you got at least 35, 40 new rookies this year. It's split across 3 series, of course. You got the trucks, the B cars, and A cars. So you definitely have a nice rookie class for each series. There's a lot of competition no matter what series you join here in ECR. And it's going to be some great racing, as you see, man. Guys are lined up in single file on the bottom line. Bottom line's moving. Guys on the top side are going to have to work together here if they want to make that top line work. But I think right now they understand it's really early in the race. Maybe they just don't care.
You know, and that could be it. You know, you're only on lap 250, so it's not like, you know, anything you do now is going to be a drastic move unless you crash out. And we've got Christian Snyder in third with George Munger right behind him. Christian Snyder is our Beeline Sim broadcaster here on Tuesday nights over on the ECR YouTube page. And, you know, he's starting out this year with us, actually racing and broadcasting. So it's nice to see that someone start new like that. I did the same thing last year, started broadcasting with you guys and eventually started racing. So good to see that someone is following in those footsteps.
For sure, Scotty. I definitely appreciate everything you've done here, man. You are one badass broadcaster. These guys out here better watch out for broadcasting, because you are up and coming, getting more subscribers every week, every time you do something, man. It's some great racing. And I know ECR definitely brings some great racing here. As you do 4 laps here, we're still green. Got some 3 wide going into the backstretch here. These guys better hold their line. But it's been some great racing, man. And now you're competing for a championship this year for the first time. I know you came in late last year. You know, it's going to be fun, man. We appreciate having you. Appreciate everybody who comes in.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, we have our first caution.
I'm actually pulling double duty here tonight, Josh. I'm going to pull some race control and broadcasters. So if I don't get back to you right away, just repeat yourself, call me out, let me know, man, because I actually have to give out penalties and listen to these guys in track as well. I'm pulling double duty here tonight.
It looked like it was between the 46 and the 20. There's a lot of moving around going on back there, and that's what happened. Actually, it looks like the 94 got into the 20, which then got into the 46.
That's what it looks like to me, Scotty. If I had to give an EOL, I'd give it on the 94. He came up off that yellow, got into the 20, and the accident happened from there.
And that's newcomer Nick Edwards, also a rookie this year. I'm not sure if he's running for championship in this series. I'll actually have all those stats for you guys next week once we actually go to the season itself. Nah, man, it's been a good off season, and we got a Carol Winikoff saying good luck, everyone. Thank you, Carol, for joining us. Gonna be a good race out here on our first caution. Unfortunately, people moving around too much and you know, need to learn how to hold their line just a little better. You know, I think some of these guys, a lot of these guys you brought in have well over 2,000, some over a 3,000 iRacing, which puts you up into the big leagues with a lot of these guys. However, you know, some of them I think need a little more practice in the lower series, especially if all they've been running lately is B car or A, and then they decide to run for the truck championship. The truck's a whole different ball game. It's heavier, it's tight, you know, it's a whole different setup than what you'll find in the B car and the A car.
Well, to me, I prefer the A car because the biggest difference between the A car and the trucks is that the trucks it's more about momentum. And you can basically, it's 0 or 100% with the throttle. You know, you're either off of it or you're all in it. When you get to the A cars, the middle, the 50%, the 60, 70, 80% throttle actually matters. So you get guys who try to mash it and then all of a sudden are spinning around coming out of a turn in the A car because they're used to just mashing the gas. Well, that horsepower makes a huge difference from when it's trucks to the A cars. So you got guys who are in the trucks here tonight, and the trucks are the skinniest vehicles out here. Obviously, B cars a little bit wider. A cars are the widest. So in the A cars, you have the least amount of room when you're too wide. And trucks, you have a lot of room. You can actually run 3 wide pretty simply here if you just hold your line here in the trucks. And these guys got to learn that even though you are too wide, you still have to hold your lane because an accident can happen.
And it seems like, you say about the width, it seems like these trucks cause a lot more net code than any of the other cars here on iRacing or any of the other vehicles, just because they're they're much more boxy than any other vehicle here on iRacing.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there, Scotty. I mean, the trucks run very close. No matter what track you come to, even if it's super speedways, these trucks are so close to each other. They're bumper to bumper. It's a lot more closer racing in the truck series than any other series. So there's a lot of competition in the truck series. Now in the A cars, it's a little bit wider. You have to be a lot more careful, and the braking and the throttle sensitivity is a lot more important. But you have to be careful no matter what series you're in because everybody in this league practices, and that's the big difference. Guys practice. Sometimes you go into an official race and you meet somebody who just never had a lick of practice all week long. Well, here in ECR, Elite Championship Racing, these guys are given an opportunity to practice all week long, and we have a lot of practice. These guys come prepared and they're ready to go. So, got to make sure that you come prepared. And the trucks are a big thing. And everybody always thinks Daytona is one of those easy tracks where, oh, it's just super speedway racing. It's very simple. On the contrary, I firmly believe that super speedway racing is the next hardest thing next to like Martinsville and Bristol. Martinsville and Bristol is right up there with super speedway racing because one simple mistake can ruin the whole field. And when something like that is in the equation, it makes it a hard race. You got to show patience, you got to be prepared.
When talk about practice, we've held enough practice for the last couple of months. I mean, basically right on every week for the last month and a half. But the last couple of months, these guys have had enough time to practice and enough time to be able to build their trucks and build their overall vehicles. I mean, we're all running fixed setups, dynamic weather, but fixed setups. So it's just being able to cope with that setup that iRacing has for you for the conditions of the track. And speaking of which, it's 66 degrees on the track and in the air, 62% humidity with a 20 kilometer per hour wind speed.
You got 22 mile an hour wind speed?
20 kilometer per hour. This one doesn't read in miles per hour.
Oh, I got you. All right, it's 13 miles an hour winds to the southeast. That's what I'm reading right now.
That sounds about alright with the conversion.
For all the Americans out there.
Right?
We're getting ready to go green here, boys.
And Ronald James is going to start on the outside of the number 14.
Green flag, green flag.
These guys are off yet again on lap 8 of 50. And you got John Schweikart on the inside of the number 1 truck. He's kept that number 1 for what, last 2 years now?
Oh yeah.
Now in this league we have number drafts, we have sponsor drafts. Any number is up for eligibility, any sponsor is up for eligibility. It's just a matter of how many races you've actually ran within the league. And And the more amount of races, the higher you are, the better of a chance you get the number and the sponsor you want. Unless it's some oddball sponsor or a local sponsor, and you know, we're always willing to help these guys out. And you know, even if they want to change sponsors, we're always willing to do that as well.
Yeah, Scotty, I don't know if you have that commercial, man. That was one badass commercial that you made. Maybe on the next caution there, after we show a replay, maybe get a commercial going there to explain to these guys what we're all about. It's a one-of-a-kind league for sure. There's no league out there like ECR League, man. This is a very real league, and it is very, very detailed as far as what the rules are and everything. So I think that commercial you made was badass, and these guys should definitely check it out.
Well, I appreciate that, really do. Put a lot of effort into a couple commercials that I worked on Sunday, and we got quite a battle up here for the top 5 positions. You got the number 1 of John Schweikart, number 10 of Blake Freeman, 68 Haynes, 14 of Ronald James, and the 24 of Christian Snyder, all battling for that top 5 position.
Yeah, Christian Schneider's now pushing the number 14 of Ronald James. Ronald James, the Haters Make Us Famous car there, and Christian Schneider's pushing him. I've seen these guys get together in practice, and Christian actually touched him on the left side of the bumper and turned him. Christian's now looking to the outside of the number 14 of Ronald James, but I overheard him on the mic saying he's dropping back. So he might be looking for Terry Griffey behind him to just drop low. The number 24 of Christian Snyder is looking to drop back right now for whatever reason.
Man, they need to get that outside line working. It is not. That inside line is where you want to be. They need to get a few more people together. If they can get a good line going, then they can get that outside line working. But you know, even with the amount of laps that we have, we've also changed that these guys start on half the fuel. So there's going to be hopefully green flag pit stops and a lot of different factors that play into this. You know, your tire wear, how much fuel, if you want to save it, if you don't want to save it. It's all different factors to play in for this season. It's going to make it exciting. You know, especially with the dynamic weather, it's going to play a key role in a lot of the races we do this year.
For sure, Scotty. I mean, the truck series is always a popular series in iRacing, and I think that these guys, man, it's 23 races. We follow the same exact schedule as NASCAR. So obviously the trucks run 23 races, wherever they're at, we're at. The B cars follow 33 races, wherever they're at, we're at. And the A cars, that Monster Energy Cup series, that new sponsor that NASCAR picked up, we run 36 races. So obviously if you want to run the A cars, you run more races. If you want to run trucks, you run less races. Mondays is the trucks, Tuesday is the B cars, and Wednesday is our Cup series. So anybody out there interested, let us know. We follow the NASCAR schedule series, and we have a very extensive rule book. We try not to leave any gray areas out there, man. We try to have the best racing possible. So I hope you guys out there enjoy this, man. We hope that we put on a good show. If you guys got any questions, let us know. Scotty's reading them, and we'll be sure to answer them.
Oh, hell yeah. Always have the chat up willing to go. And it looks like the 24, Christian Snyder, on the outside, making that push for leading his third lap here. Now dropping down to the bottom, leaving Terry Griffey on that outside line, Rob Haynes. I'm not sure if that's going to be a good move for him. However, on the inside line, there are more trucks, so that line's going to work a hell of a lot better than just those two on the outside.
Oh, for sure, man. When you got John Schweikart pushing you, you're in golden territory there. I mean, you just got to look at who's pushing you there. Blake Freeman's pushing John Schweikart, who's pushing Christian Snyder there in the inside line there. Those are your top three guys. You could probably bet that the 68 of Rob Haynes might drop down if he's clear here, unless he's comfortable with the guys out on the outside. Now you see it here. Christian Snyder's below the yellow line. He's going to give up this position there. Everything's going to change right here, guys. This just changed everything.
Not sure what happened there, if he got uncomfortable or if something happened off screen, but there was really no reason for him to drop like that, but that moved 56 of George Munger up to that top 5 position.
And Christian Schneider actually fell back to the ninth position there, crossing into lap 16 of 50. So we're getting close to the halfway mark. Now keep in mind, you can only get about 20 laps on a green flag run here. So it's 50% fuel. These guys can do about 20 laps maximum, man. Hopefully we see some green flag pit stops here tonight. I actually almost guarantee you're going to see some green flag pit stops here tonight. That's the great thing about ECR. These guys know their role. Not to take anything away from The Rock, who's one of the greatest entertainers of all time, but these guys know their role. They actually respect each other. And that's one thing you got to have in a league here. ECRLeague.com. ECR Elite Championship Racing. These boys respect each other. And we have some great racing going on. As you see here, we are double file almost all the way back here, Scotty. These guys are too wide, and you see that outside lane starting to make something happen here. These guys are not playing. They want to make something happen.
No, they're working together a lot more than they were just a couple of laps ago. Looking to get up to the front. I notice these guys pretty much trying to keep their line, working together both on the inside and the outside, that outside line. Again, working, as I said it would be about 5-6 laps ago, saying that it needs to be brought up. These guys need to be able to work together to be able to pull off that finish that they want or possibly want, if not pull off a great win. And that's kind of hard to do here at Daytona. And as you said, a lot of people say, oh, it's a super speedway, it ain't shit. No, you gotta watch your line, you gotta watch your speeds, you gotta watch your temperature, and you gotta make sure you're giving that person on the outside or the inside, or if you're three wide, both, enough room to be able to run just as smoothly as you are.
For sure, man. I mean, you get to the point where you got some guys who are off the pace here, like James Peterson. If you look back here, Scotty, I don't know if you're checking out the second group back here, but let's check out the second group here. James Peterson is now leading that pack, and he has Nathan Casillas pushing him. And working to the outside is going to be Jamar Dumas in that number 27, along with Scott Hunziker, who is actually his team owner in the number 22, ECR admin there. They're having a little race of their own. We got two groups on the track here who are working their own races going on right now. They know that it is a 50-lap race. We're going to have to pit eventually here. So working a little bit of strategy. You see guys who are up in the front pack. You see guys who are in the back pack. And we got two different strategies going on right here. And that's some Daytona racing for you.
And we got the 72, the 6, and the 94 by themselves back here as well. And I think they're just bidding their time. And there's a caution. Oh, looks like the 68.
And that is a big caution there right there.
Man, oh man, let's find out what happened. Rob got pushed up and taking out the 16, the 24, the 06, the 43. Oh, shit. That is tough for these guys. I'm hearing a lot of engines blow. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's bring down, see if I can find Rob Haynes, bring him to the broadcast booth.
I think that one right there is going to be on the number 10 of Blake Freeman. He kind of came up into Rob Haynes 68, and that was a crazy move, man.
Man, I tell you what, Blake Freeman always pushing the limits of his vehicle no matter what he runs. But, you're guaranteed to have a good show with him in the roster. Alright, let's go ahead and find Mr. Rob Haynes. Another thing that we are doing differently this year in ECR is we are using Discord instead of TeamSpeak. It seems to be use much less power on your computer and easier to maintain as well. So just another change for this 2017 season. Rob Haynes, welcome to the broadcast booth. Very unfortunate accident with you there. Tell us what happened.
Hey Scotty, I don't know, I was just rolling along in there in the high lane and the one car came up. I had to lift or else I'd have turned him right into the wall. So and then I thought I got hit from the back and I don't know, after that it's just slammed on the brakes, Scotty.
Yeah, that was like a 5-6 truck pileup right there. Unfortunate, because you were running very good up front. You had 3 laps here tonight, and definitely were holding your line as best as you could.
Yeah, I was looking forward to a good finish, Scotty. I'm just sitting here now on pit road. It looks like I got about 30 minutes of repairs, so I don't know how long I'll hang around, but may hang around and watch from the sky a little bit. Wish you luck, Scotty. Appreciate what you're doing, buddy.
Oh yeah, of course. Anytime, Rob. And seeing you got a new sponsor this year, Google. Is that correct?
Yeah, 10-4. We're rocking lots of different Google affiliated things. So yeah, I'm having fun with it and trying to make the car look as sporty as possible.
Man, that's awesome. Well, with next week being the actual race, how do you feel going into this season? Are you running for the championship this season?
Yeah, I'm running all 3 series, Scotty. B for the championship, so I'm running the Xfinity cars, the Beeline Sim cars. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a great season. Hey, this is just practice. People make mistakes, things happen. Um, we'll move on and see what next week brings. And start of the season here, I'm looking forward to it with ECR.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll have a good race next week. Going to be a little longer than the 50 laps, but I think these guys are ready for the most part, and I hope everyone out there is ready because it's been a long off season, and we want to get this show on the road.
Yeah, I can agree with you 100% there. Hey, everybody's out practicing. We're all learning, and the more practice we can do together, the more confident we're going to get with each other, and that pays off on the track because you end up making friends. So looking forward to it, Scotty. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you. Good luck to you as well next week. What room were you in?
The ECR race lobby.
Gotcha. That was Rob Haynes. Unfortunately, got taken out in that last wreck. I do believe the EOL, as Anthony was saying, might go on to Blake Freeman. It was getting crazy, It was getting down to the last parts where people need to start pitting. They might be able to make a green flag run. I'm not sure if the fuel will last that long. If they hold back, they might, but I doubt these guys are holding back for this last leg of the race. And I have to ask what room these guys are in, because we have a lot of rooms now here in this Discord, and hard to keep track of them all. Especially when you're pulling multiple guys at once. Let's go
You
ahead.
said that was on the number 10?
I think that's what you were trying to say. It's kind of hard to tell. We're going to go ahead and go to a quick commercial break, brought to you by Pit Stop Design, this year's 2017 Truck Series sponsor. And we are back, and these guys are going to be going 1 to green here. And definitely some exciting racing going on as we're just about at the halfway point. Who do you think is going to be a top contender here tonight, Anthony?
What was that, sir?
Who do you think is going to be a top contender here tonight?
Well, as long as number one John Schweikart stays out of trouble, man, he's always a top contender. You got 22, probably be looking forward to going up here unless he got in trouble, which I think he's already 2 laps down. So negative on that one. Look, number 65, Justin Bland, super speedway genius. Go ahead and mark 65, Justin Bland, as one of them guys. He's probably going to finish pretty good here tonight. Seems to stay out of trouble. Seems to always find his way to the front.
You know, Justin, you're right. Justin is fast on the super speedways. He dominated Talladega, and you know, he's a young kid. He's 18, 19 now, but he's one of the younger drivers that we have on the roster. Have to be a minimum of 18 to join ECR, but you know, this kid knows what he's doing. You know, he's good on the track. Basically, every track that you throw at him, he's just like, okay, whatever. You know, he's almost, you know, a John Schweikart protege, if you want to call it that way.
We'll be right back, Scotty.
10-4, Mr. Anthony. If you guys are wondering, Anthony Titchener is the ECR League president here. Always looking to, you know, answer any questions. Does RC a lot, race control. And Schweikart on the outside, pulling Justin Bland with him on that outside line, trying to pull away from Terry Griffey here on the very start, as we are on lap 24.50. And for some reason, Trading Paints does not like Justin Bland's paint scheme. Trading Paints being a third-party program to allow all these custom paints that we see here tonight.
I am back, man. Looks like we had a good restart there. These boys are going hard for it. John Schweikart leads the pack. 65, Justin Bland just moved forward on that one. He's looking to go forward as well, man. These boys know how to work the draft. They love to lead these races. So you got two guys here who love to lead super speedway races. So it's exciting racing that's definitely going to happen here as you see Terry Griffey in that number 7 Tide truck coming on the outside there of these guys, working with the number 6 of Josh Sheets in that Cornerstone Waffle House truck.
Gotta say, it's a different number for Josh's here. Some of these guys kept their numbers, others decided to switch, like myself. You know, just felt the number, maybe a different number might be better. You know, it's gonna be a learning curve for me trying to relearn all these guys' numbers for this year. But as you said, you know, that inside line is definitely making a push. You know, oh, well, now they're starting on the outside.
Yeah, Doug Hess sitting there with Ken Worley. They want to make that south sideline work, so you're going to have 4 guys on the outside, 4 on the inside. Now it falls on that other guy there, Ronald James, then in 14. Where's he going to go? He's looking like he wants to work with the outside lane, and so does the number 50 of Tyler Davis. So you got a lot of cars in the outside lane here. That's what makes the lane work. Now Tyler Davis is going to run low here on the 14 of Ronald James, so we're about dead even here. It's going to be interesting to see which line is going to work here.
You know, and the 31 of Douglas Hess and the 99 of Ken Worley always seem to work together no matter what series they're running in. I've seen it time and time again all last season. And these guys, I'm not sure if they're teammates, but if they aren't, you know, they run like they're teammates.
For sure, man. You already have 2 groups going on here. You got one guy, Nick Edwards, in number 94. He fell back here, so watch out to see what happens while he tries to pick up the second pack back here. You got about 5, 6 cars in this second pack who are working together here. I count 5. You know, Nathan Casillas, Josh Conover, James Peterson, Josh Susi, and Blake Freeman. Got a little bit of a different strategy going on here tonight, Scotty. They know that it's all about survival, so they're probably thinking that there's going to be a big wreck happening. We got 22 laps to go, 21 crossing the line here, and they know that there's a green flag pit stop in this as well.
You know, you're right in that, you know, these guys are just holding back, and maybe they know something that we don't. I mean, we've already seen one big one that took out about 5 trucks. If not more, and you know, sometimes there are 2 big ones in a race. Even though this is only 50 laps, people start to get antsy, you know, with the last 15, 10 laps to go. They want to be up front. They'll do whatever they can to push, just like the 14 now coming down in front of the 56 of George Munger, trying to make a move in behind a Justin Bland. Man, this backpack working together as much as they can, just holding back. You know, these guys are about 6 seconds off of the leader, so you know, they got a ways to go if they want to catch up, but maybe it's in their best interest to stay back.
You know what's interesting here, Scotty, is I got Ronald James, Nick Edwards, and Josh Conover running for me here tonight in the Haters Make Us Famous truck team. They're running for me this year in Haters Make Us Famous. George Munger runs for me in the beat cars, yet he runs for a different team in the truck series. I know George Munger has some skills. And he runs for you. All right. So you got one of the guys there in the top 10, man. He's a great driver. I'll tell you what. I actually was able to feel lucky there having him drive for me in the beat cars. So got a good driver there.
Yeah, I was trying to get him. We ran together last year in BNR, and where I started my new truck series this year. You know, well, truck team this year. I wanted to make sure I grabbed him. Fortunately, he's not running for the championship, but I know he's good on owners points, and he's definitely a good person to have on any team. A hell of a driver. His brother's not racing with us this year, Chris Munger, but the two of them working together, man, they were up front a lot of the times during these races.
Yeah, Chris Munger didn't work out. We had a few issues with him.
Hey, it happens, you know, and you know, sometimes life happens, jobs happen, you know, shit just gets in the way, and you know, the dedication that you have to make to the league. Granted, it's 23 races. There's a lot of off weeks. There's 2.5 months of just off time for these trucks, like in a row. So you know, you still got that break. It's the less dedication to the series, or at least to the league, but the dates that you have to be here, you need to be here. I mean, it's point blank. Now, I think George Munger might be the only one in here tonight for my team. Let me go ahead and take a look real quick. I think, yeah, I think George Munger is the only one that made it out of my team. Yeah, which is unfortunate. You know, I picked up a few new guys. I picked up Joey Stats as well for the trucks, and George Munger for the trucks, and Dalton for the trucks, Dalton Tucker. He's not here tonight. He has been running on and off in the Beeline series, and I think he's pulled himself into a few of the Cup series races. But you know, bringing in a lot of these new guys this year, a lot of rookies, and I think overall it's going to work out in the best interest for everybody. You know, we've got a pack coming up of cars that are about to go a lap down. Looks like 24 and the 44. Christian Snyder in the 44, Nick Edwards now a lap down, at least a lap down off of the pace. And we have a new leader of Ken Worley leading his first lap here tonight, lap 34.50 here at Daytona International Speedway. But Douglas Hess is on the inside line with Josh Sheets and Terry Griffey pushing him. And I think George Munger wants to get in on that push to that inside line, trying to do some work. But you got Ken Worley being pushed on the outside by John Schweikart. And Terry Griffey doesn't know which lane he wants to be in, not sure which lane is going to work out the best. But Ken Worley is still your current leader here. Man, I want to tell you what, guys, it's great to be back. Great to be back broadcasting. Have been off for a couple weeks. I apologize for that. Usually I upload a couple videos on Saturday. Been super hectic. The weather's been sucking really bad out this way. So, been dealing with that and with work. So, definitely glad to be back. These broadcasts will be not every Monday night, but I will have a schedule. These races will all be scheduled out. All be in a playlist named ECR Pit Stop Series 2017. That way you guys know and can remind yourselves when to come back and watch these races.
Going to be some badass racing this year, Scotty. I already see it here in the practice races that we've had. I mean, these guys are getting better and better every single race. We've actually had quite a few green flag pit stops going on this off season with some of the practice races that we've had. So you can bet your ass there's going to be some strategic racing going on this year as far as pitting is involved and saving gas and all that, man. Take it 2, take it 4. You never know who's going to win until the fat lady sings. And sometimes when she sings, it's not even over yet because they usually sing during the national anthem and she's at the beginning of the race. So, hey.
Right. No, that strategy, I was lost for words earlier. That's what I was trying to look for, strategy. Because of the pitting. Oh, we got a slow car at 95. He's stuck down a little bit more now in the grass. Live and learn, guys. If you got lead lap cars coming, you want to get out of the way so these guys can pass. But as I was saying, the strategy, you're right, that strategy with the tires, well, not even so much on the tires anymore, it's that fuel strategy. Unless you can get a long fuel run, we're only running at half fuel. If you can get 50 laps on fuel, or 40 laps on fuel, your tires are probably going to be shit after a lap, 20, 25, depending on how hard you're running and the weather and all that. It's just variables that we're introducing to all 3 series this year. So we're taking away the A Open.
Yeah, 95 would have received a black flag there. Kurt Quist, number 95, he was actually in the way there. So we ask these guys that when they're being lapped, either stay high towards the wall or get off the track, get below the yellow, let these guys go, keep it safe. Let's keep the racing going on here. It was very close there. It was very, very close. I'm glad nothing happened out of that one.
And it looks like Kurt Quist just left too. These guys aren't coming down. 12 laps to go. Do you think these guys will be able to make it on fuel or pull another quick green flag pit stop?
Well, this is their 14th lap, so I think with about 12, 11 laps to go, they're not going to make enough fuel. There's going to be some green flag pit stops here if they keep it green. It's going to be very interesting, man. This is what it's all about.
Either going to be a green flag pit stop or a hell of a caution. Man, that outside line is just not working. You only got 2 guys on the outside and inside lines where you want to be unless you trust the people that are in front of you. And that's the biggest thing. You want to be able to work with everybody out there in the field. Yeah, some guys have issues with each other. You'll find that all throughout iRacing, hosted ranked leagues. But you want to be able to at least trust the guy you're running next to, in front of, behind, whatever. Just to, even if it's only to benefit yourself, which, you're looking for the win. You're not trying to help someone else win unless it's a teammate. You're looking for that win. You're looking for those points, the owner's points. It all counts. It all adds up. That's what makes us one of the most realistic leagues on iRacing. The fact that we actually track those on Dan Lisa, all the series. We do the chase. I mean, everything's accounted for, and we don't bullshit around with it. And it looks like, a few of these guys are making green flag pit stops right now. The 7, the 65, and the 50 all stayed out. You got Schweikart pitting the 56, 31. Man, oh man, these guys are coming down to the last 9 laps of the race. Just enough fuel. Schweikart did not get tires. I don't think Ken Worley got tires. George Munger got tires. He's not going to be out. And it looks like 31 just got fuel as well.
Ken
Oh,
Worley in the 99 is going to pull out with John Schweikart here. They're going to get caught up pretty quickly here with Doug Hess right behind them. So that's three cars that are going to be working together here as Joey Stats and Christian Snyder come around them on the track.
man, oh man, 56 having a hell of a time getting out of pit. He almost took himself out on the end of pit road. Oh, just trying to be too quick.
Oh yeah, that all happened on the inside there. It's very close to a wreck happening. Pretty close to a caution coming out there, but he was off the track, so nothing to worry about. Everything's good. We're going to stay green here, thankfully.
Oh man, what a hell of a race this was tonight. You know, honestly, compared to the last couple of weeks, these guys are really showing what, you know, this truck series is about. And it is the most competitive series. You've got a lot of guys in here that have over a 2,000, 3,000 I rating. You know, are just like, yeah, let's run the truck series. The trucks are not as simple as what everybody thinks they might be. You know, I talked about it earlier. There's a lot of variables with these trucks, and each track is different. And it's going to be different in the B cars and the A cars. But, you know, those typically are the easier series. B car, my personal opinion, is the easier series between the two because it's your middle ground vehicle. The A car, it really depends on the track of how it wants to run. And the truck, you know, it's all over the place.
I defer in my opinion a little bit. I agree with you, Scotty, but in certain areas I disagree. And this is my opinion, is that there is a lot of competition no matter what series you are in ECR. I don't care if you are in the truck series, the B cars, or the A cars. We have competition. You, as you stated, you got guys, some guys with 5,000 I rating running in the truck series for a championship. You have the same guys running in the B cars for a driver's championship. And then you have the A cars, and a lot of guys run the A cars for championship. Now, to me, I think that the hardest cars to drive are the A cars. So I always think like A cars is where it's at. And if I win a championship in the trucks or the B cars, I'm looking at it like I want to move to the A car so I could be a top dog. So if I'm not running the cup cars, I'm really not considering myself a top dog because it's not the top premier series. Now, that doesn't leave out the competition that happens in the trucks and the B cars, but you feel like it's a little bit different in the A cars because there's just so much more horsepower. Them cars are so much more different than the than the B and the trucks, and it just makes it so much more exciting. But I'm gonna tell you this: I don't care what series you drive. If you join the ECR League, you are going to meet competition. No matter you're the trucks, B cars, or A cars, you will meet some competition, and the championship will not be given to you. You will have to earn it.
And there is a lot of it this year, a lot of new competition this year throughout all three series. So it's going to be interesting to see who is the top dog this year, especially in the truck series. You know, for me, because Ronnie Norman's not defending his title. He moved on to the B-Line Sim cars. You know, trying to, the king of fixed right there. He won more than, or at least half the races last year, if not almost half the races last year in the truck series. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can pull off in this B-Line series. But that opens up the door for any newcomer to win the championship this year for the truck series.
For sure, man. I know Ronnie Norman, we gave him that nickname last year, the king of fixed series. I mean, there was nobody who was faster on fixed setups than Ronnie Norman. And then I will gladly say that there was nobody with open setups who was faster than John Schweikart. I mean, when it came to creating a setup, there was nobody faster than John Schweikart. And you had two different series there. Now 2017 is a little bit different there. You got fixed series across all of the series, so fixed setups in all three series, and it's going to be a little bit different there. But as you said, Ronnie Norman moved up to the beat car, so he's doing a little bit of the NASCAR move there in the sense that He started out in the
The
trucks,
yellow flag is
won a
out.
championship. Now he's going to run in the beat cars and run for a championship. And looks like we have a caution here on the track there, Scotty.
We do. Trying to find it. We're trying to switch between all the cameras. Earl Perverse, he's one of our newcomers this year, said that, nope, 7 and 50 came to make it interesting. Man, you know, Earl, you know, you being one of the newcomers this year in the ECR, there is a lot of competition out there, and you're going to see it, especially when the season starts next week. You know, it's hard to believe that we're already starting back up. We've only been off since November, but the weeks have just flown right by. Already in the 2017, ready to, you know, begin the ECR 2017 series off with a bang, with the Truck Series now being on Monday nights. Did you happen to find out about that caution there, Anthony?
14. Ronald James is going to be the EOL for that caution, man. Had some lead lap cars coming there, and he did not move up or down to let these guys go by him as he was about to get lapped, and he just stayed there in the bottom lane and forced guys to check up and slam right into him as they were coming with the pack. So it's a little bit of a respect issue there. You got to respect the lead laps coming, guys. You got lead lap cars coming. They're too wide. You got to either stay up high and let them go or stay below the yellow line. You have to respect those lines.
Earl says he thinks the 7 just casually took that win for the perfect time. And Earl says, yeah, but a big one got me tonight. He'll be here next Monday, though. Glad you'll be here, Earl. It does look like Terry Griffey is going to win here tonight. It is white flag, but we will not be going back to green flag. So, the results here tonight. Your winner for this preseason race is Terry Griffey, the number 7, followed by the number 1 of John Schweikar and the number 50 of Tyler Davis. So let's go ahead and bring him down to the broadcast booth. Tyler Davis, welcome to the broadcast booth. Congratulations on third. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Man, what a race you put out there tonight for yourself. Coming from the back a little bit, running mid-pack, then finding yourself in a podium position. How you feel tonight?
Pretty dang good. This sets me up for the season, and I'm ready to go get it.
Yeah, with this being the last off-season race, at least for the trucks, how do you feel going in the next week being the actual first race of the season?
If I can miss the big wrecks, I feel like I can finish at the front like I am now. So that's the key, just missing the big wrecks, being in the right position at the right time.
Well, all right, congratulations to you on third place position here, as you guys are going to be finishing under caution. And we will see you next week.
You too. Thanks for the broadcast.
Anytime. Now let's see if we can find the number 1 of Schweikar. Oh, what went on there? Hold on. Heard some smash going on there. Blake Freeman coming up. Door tag in. John Schweikart. Of course. Blake always trying to cause a little bit of fuss out there. Gotta love the guy.
Scotty, do you know what happened there, man? Give me a number to look up.
Number 10. He came up and doored number 1. So, what I'm seeing now is that the top 3 has changed. Is that correct? Because if it has, that's unfortunate. Let me see if I can find a few of these guys here and talk with them. Jason O'Connor, welcome to the broadcast booth. How you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. Now, it's showing on the official results that you got third place. Is that correct?
No, because of that wreck at the end there, I should have finished 5th.
That's what I thought. Okay, I just want to double check. So the next in line would be Schweikart. Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely wasn't me.
Alright, thank you for clarifying that up. I will talk to you soon.
All right, buddy.
And looking for John Schweikart. Which I do not see, so we'll go with tonight's winner, Mr. Terry Griffey. See if I can find him real quick. Terry Griffey, welcome to the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy? Number 7, Terry Griffey. Do you have a copy?
Hey, yeah, I got you.
Alright, congratulations on your win here tonight in the preseason race.
I got you. What's going on, buddy?
I was saying congratulations tonight on your preseason race win.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
It's kind of...
Terry.
Yes, sir.
Terry.
Yes, sir.
Terry!
You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man. I was just playing with you. Terry!
Yep.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, man, I know you. This is probably your first league win here tonight, even though it's not official now. This is a practice race, man. Go give us a burnout, dude. Look, I was making a few comments here before you actually won this race tonight. There's no way you can race dirty because you're tied. It's always clean. Am I right in that saying that, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I tell you what, guys, I didn't think I had a prayer. I didn't have no teammates out there. Got to give thanks to Tyler for giving me a push there at the end.
No, that was a very good one by you. I know you're running up front all night. And how do you feel about next week being the beginning of the season?
I feel great. I feel great. Of course, I'm running in the Beeline series. I had a little problem with qualifying the last practice we did. I was missing my marks. I went back and corrected that and got the pole tonight.
Well, that's very awesome. Glad to hear that. And maybe we'll see you in the podium next week.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Well, Mr. Anthony Thitchner, what a great race out there tonight, except that the finish, kind of puzzling on why that even happened, but it's something we'll have to discuss later on. And I want to thank you guys out there for watching. We're going to end this with the ECR commercial. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Anthony, for being in the broadcast booth.
For sure, man. Scotty, it was fun, man. I hope everybody here who watched who enjoyed that, man. It's gonna be some great racing. Look, next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9:25 Eastern, qualifying starts for all of our truck Xfinity. Actually, let me fix that. Truck Beeline Sim Series and the Juniors Pizza Cup Series, along with the what's our truck series there? I believe it's the
Pit Stop Truck. Pit Stop Truck.
Pit Stop Truck Series. Joey Stats, man, makes some great paint schemes, guys. Paint schemes. He's pretty good at that. Joey Stats is the Pit What is it again there?
Pit Stop Design.
Pit Stop Design. I did that on purpose there. That was a great entrance. Thank you, Scotty. Pit Stop Design Truck Series. That's where we're at tonight, boys. Pit Stop Truck Designs, guys. Pit Stop Designs. They run our truck series. They're gonna be a great sponsor this year. Trust me, I wouldn't have them sponsor me if I didn't believe in them. This guy will work hard for you. You want some custom paint schemes? Check him out, Joey Stats, man. Hit him up on Facebook. Hit him up on iRacing. Joey Stats, Pit Stop Designs Truck Series, man. They are sponsoring our series this year. They do a great job with paint schemes. You want to get a paint scheme customized? Hit him up, man, because he does a great job. Along with Broadcasting, not that I have to explain it, but Broadcasting does a fantastic job here in ECR. I'm very proud of them. I'm so glad to have them a part of the ECR League Series this year. So if you guys are interested in watching some great racing this year, make sure you tune in every Monday night here to the Broadcasting channel, because these boys get it done. I don't have to be in the booth. These boys get it done. But when I'm here, we're going to get it done. It's plain and simple. So I don't have to be here for them to get it done, but we're going to have fun either way, guys. Look forward to having some fun this year. 2017 is going to be a great year for the ECR Elite Championship Racing Series. Check us out at ECRLeague.com. Scotty Brown, Broadcasting Network. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you do not subscribe, you are missing out. I will promise you that.
Well, thank you, Anthony, for all that, and it is true. The ECR Truck Series is going to be here again this year on this channel, and hopefully you guys all enjoy that out there. Anthony, I want to thank you again for being in the broadcast booth. Thank you for all the praise and the work that you do together with the admins to make this league possible. And just want to let you guys out there know that if you want to be part of this league, visit ECRLeague.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and also the YouTube channel for the Elite Championship Racing. We're going to end tonight here with the commercial for the ECR.
Thank you, man. Y'all have a good night.